Alrighty, I feel kind of stupid. This is part 2, by the way. If you want to check out the few titles I picked up of TV shows, check that out on my channel. Feel free to do so if you like. First up, I got these two movies recently. Fantastic Mr. Fox and Daredevil. And come to find out, Daredevil was made into a very awesome Zavi exclusive steelbook. It's generally the same thing, but I'm not sure if it's the director's cut. Either way, I'm pissed because I just bought that. Well, actually, that was for free with a credit I had at one of my local video stores. This also I'm pissed about. This was a blind buy. I got this for $10, which is really cheap in my opinion for a Wes Anderson movie. And sure enough, this dang little awesome animated film is gonna be coming on to a Blu-ray Criterion Collection release in February. It never fails. I finally got around to purchasing this movie. I loved every minute of it. It's not my favorite Wes Anderson movie, but just the sheer animation alone is amazing and just all around well done. And I can't help but to... I will be selling these two titles, bottom line. So that was fun. I had them for like a week. And then come to find out all that stuff. So cool, I guess. Next up is Now You See Me, a very underrated movie. I called it when I reviewed this movie back in the summer. It just had passed the century mark. It's going to get a sequel. I'm very happy for that. I'm really hoping they'll take the story with all these cast of characters in a very good direction. Love the film. I love the magic heist element of it all. Really solid heist film. Next up, Silver Linings Playbook. For those of you who do not know this, there is an American slipcover now. And I think it was only just to put Academy Award winner for Best Actress Jennifer Lawrence, and rightly so. She's beautiful in this movie. She's awesome. I love her character. A little bit crazy, but hey, that's cool. I don't mind the character study of this whole movie, the romantic relationship between her character and Bradley Cooper's main storyline and his character. One of the more unique romantic comedies to have come out that is even worth rewatching, let alone owning. And I got this for $15, and I acquired the slipcover elsewhere. It was a whole process. I don't even feel like going into it because it was a long day. But it's the exact same special features, nothing different. Just the difference is the cover artwork of the slipcover. So for those of you who are really hardcore slipcover fanatics, definitely find yourself this awesome slipcover, because the Canadian edition was the only version to have a slipcover, and that went for $10 just for the slipcover alone. So that's, you don't want to do that now. Next up is This Is the End, the Target exclusive. I had gotten this way back whenever this came out in October. Either way, hands down, arguably my most favorite comedy of this year. And it goes great with my Ted Target exclusive set with the little bottle opener. Really nice box set. I wish they would have made the Ted set like this. It's so much more compact. It is Blu-ray sized. It's not that weird taller size that was in the Ted exclusive, but regardless, I love this film, love this little box set, and it was very limited, so I'm very happy I picked that up back then when it came out on release day. Let's see. I had a few Halloween titles or horror film titles or horror theme title, whatever. I can't speak today. First up is A Haunted House. Hands down one of the best parody films I've seen. Done well in quite some time. I really enjoyed this film a lot. For those of you who hate parody films, this movie will obviously not be for you. But if you love a good spoofing of the shit Paranormal Activity films that have come out recently, this is the movie for you. Marlon Wayans and company here. All these great comedic actors really shined in this film. Especially Nick Swartzen. Just such an over-the-top hilarious character. I definitely recommend it if you enjoy parody movies. And then we have the Frighteners. Hands down, I think one of the more unique performances from Michael J. Fox. It's unfortunate what's happened to him in his recent years, where unfortunately the Parkinson's disease he has roughed him up quite a bit, and that's probably speaking very lightly, but it's good to see him back on television on the Michael J. Fox show. This was his last starring movie role back then, so regardless, very happy with this movie. I really think the director's cut did such good justice for this movie. It felt like there was some little bits of detail missing, and that director's cut satisfied me personally as a fan of this little movie right here. Very underrated in my opinion, and it's not a masterpiece, and it could be a bit dated, but I really enjoyed all the cast of characters, the ghosts, and Michael J. Fox's performance. And the last of the horror titles, Halloween. I got this for $11.99 at one of my local video stores, and worth it. I love this artwork. They could have done something with the back though, but I love this very fun, matted finish, but this very unique detail and this glossy shininess of embossed lettering. And this is the backing right there, and they have the original poster art. Good amount of special features. Hands down, one of the best horror films ever made. This could be a horror film to some people or a comedy. Either way, this is one of my favorite guilty pleasures of all time. I think, as much hate as this movie gets, nowadays it's truly just fun to watch. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger's insanely, just overall insanely weird puns, with as much as he could do with ice. Poison Ivy's puns are of course over the top as well, dealing with nothing but plants. The bat nipples, the bat credit card, in the words of the nostalgia critic, the bat credit card, you bastards. Oh my god, this movie, for $4.88, some people may still say I paid too much. Worth it. I love the interviews in this thing. It's hilarious to see all these actors cringe and realize we made a fucking mistake. It's obviously not my favorite Batman movie of all time for the right reasons, but I can't say that I hate this movie. This is a part of my childhood. I love it for what it is. A campy, bad movie. So, yeah. Let's see. I have yet to open this one, but I found this at Best Buy for $7.99 in the little bin they had there, just in time for Christmas. I am not a fan of this artwork. He never even dressed up as fucking Santa Claus. It doesn't even make any fucking sense. For those of you who grew up in the 90s, you know exactly how bad this movie is. But one thing that surprised me here was extended director's cut. Why does this exist in an extended director's cut? I don't know what the director missed, but I'm very curious to check this out. I don't know what the difference is. I can't tell on the stats here. But for $7.99, why not? It was a huge part of my childhood. It was so bad, but it's so good at the same time. This was an underrated little movie right here, and that is Fred Claus. I got it with this rare slipcover. I love this slipcover. Sadly, the sticker pricing on the where I found it at fucked up this little bit of paint here, this little glittery, shiny looking stuff. Overall, very underrated Christmas movie. I think it was really trying too hard to be like an elf movie, but overall, I think Vince Vaughn did a great job. So did Paul Giamatti as Santa Claus. Very, very underrated Christmas movie. Last but definitely not least, in the vein of the blockbuster closings, I picked up Hot Rod. Catalog titles just are the first things to go. Very happy I picked this up. If you love the Lonely Island humor, this will be the right movie for you. And didn't mean to rush the ending, but I realized my battery's about to go out. So regardless, thank you for watching. Follow me on Twitter, by the way. I'll put a link in the description below for all things Blu-rays, movies, artwork, etc., etc. Thank you so much for watching, staying tuned for this whole 10-minute video. Feel free to comment if you got a stupid Google Plus account, and like, subscribe, and all that other good stuff in between. And I'm Anthony Flores with Worth a Watch, and keep going to the movies.